What's good? What's good? A lot of you, I didn't want y'all to think I forgot. I was just doing what I do. If I want to sensationalize something, then I would jump right out and start sensationalizing. That's not what people want. I'll be like, Black Rob has COVID. That's not what you do. You actually try to find out what's going on with people before you start saying something. Because then you'll be out here looking stupid when it's something else. So you kind of like, instead of trying to jump out on it to be the first ones, have you seen or noticed I hadn't said a damn thing? I did not make a post. I did not go down these roads. And the reason why I didn't go down these roads is because I didn't want everybody to start jumping on narratives that weren't true, or we didn't have any information on it. X had just been announced that he was deceased. And it was weird because we was just talking about Black Rob, because Black Rob is the reason that Puffy didn't sign DMX. So we was just having that conversation, and all of a sudden, I see Black Rob, in the hospital bed, and I'm like, this is crazy. We was just talking about that, and X is just passed, and now you got Rob. He's in the he's in the hospital, and he's not feeling well, and he's always in pain, and we don't know what's going on really. So everybody's like worried and concerned, and then people start running with the stories, where it's TMZ or all these people, just so they can get their clicks and hits. So they just start running with stories that wasn't even just out of thin air. People running with stories. So from what I've been told, Black Rob had like 6 heart attacks within the last 5 years. They said he had a heart attack while he was in jail. They said he had a heart attack, like mild strokes. Like he had like 3 strokes back to back at one time. And when you're going through these things, you might. Some people have had strokes and don't even know they've had a stroke. They just feel different. Like, man, my body ain't acting right today or yesterday or whatever. They don't know they possibly could have had a stroke that led to this. They don't know. So naturally, you look at different scenarios, different type of situations that have been like rearing up or showing their head. So naturally, you start, trying to navigate, what's good, what isn't good, and make your assessment from there. And then you can go from there. But um, I think today he put out a video saying that he was homeless and he's trying to fix his situation. He's just like, my man's Mark Curry's trying to help me, get my situation together and all that stuff, trying to help me out. So now people gonna start turning and looking at Puffy. Like this is Puffy's fault. You see? And here's what I got to say about that. Puffy can't is not the reason you were going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like if you keep going to jail, you were in an opportunity in a good space to make a great career for yourself. You know what I'm saying? He had a smash hit song, he was doing well. If people focus on being artists, if they can cut out the nonsense out their life, they'll be doing themselves a great service. That you'll be servicing yourself 10 times over if you could just cut out the nonsense. But people can't let that go. They can't get out of that world. So because they can't get out of that world and they can't let go of that other side, they try to hold on to both, they lose the position they had, that little spotlight they had in hip hop, and they keep trying to chase it. And then now all the stuff you've been doing is catching up to you. I remember this guy who was 65 years old, and he told me something. He said, most people don't live to see 50. They think they're gonna live to see 50. Most people don't live to see 50. He said, you know why? Because people don't know how to live to be 50. Your life got to change if you want to go to 50 and beyond. You can't be doing this teenager, 30-year-old thing when you're in your 50s. You just can't. Your body ain't designed for that. Your body is slowing down, but you still want to go at the same rate you've been going your whole life. You got to make changes. You ain't gonna want to do it, but you're gonna have to do it if you want to extend your life. You keep trying to go against the grain, keep trying to push and grind. Your body needs to recover quicker. It needs more time. I mean, it don't recover as quick. It needs more time. You got to give yourself rest. Can't be doing the same things you've been doing. And when he told me that, you see, I listen to older people because they've been my age. They've been all our ages before. They've been everything. So everything we think is new. Man, you don't know times. It's new times. It's a new time, but some things still work the same, right? The music game been the same this entire career, still screwing over the artist. It's been doing that since its inception because that's the way the business was designed. Now, it's amazing to me that well, it's not amazing. I see it. Everybody's comfortable going after the black producer or the black executive producer, which is Puffy. Why wouldn't you go at Clive Davis? Why don't you go at Jimmy Iovine? Why don't you go after any of these other execs of these other companies? You don't see people going after them. But if it's a black guy, oh, Master P didn't do this for me. Oh, Russell Simmons didn't do that for me. These guys are real tight lipped when it comes to the white producers. They don't say nothing to them. And they don't even know why they don't do it. Because they do it the same place in your workplace. If it's a black guy in charge, oh, everybody feel real confident to say what they want to say. But if it's a white boss in there, everybody just quiet. They don't even know why they quiet. They ain't got nothing to say. Know what I mean? You get it. So for Black Rob, I'm just hoping that he gets himself back together or he gets, his life back on track, and he's healthy. It's a shame that his career has fizzled out to what it turned out to be, but I can't blame Puffy for that. When he kept going to jail, it's like how Puffy gonna stop that? You kept going to jail. It's like, dude, that's not helping me. Say I can't work with you if you keep going to jail. It's Puffy's not responsible for these guys' lives. All these artists have managers. Who was Black Rob's manager? You see what I'm saying? All these guys, they go after the executive producer all the time. Everybody go like, "Hey man, Puffy was the executive producer." Who was your manager? Because I'm quite sure you had a manager. That's the person you need to be talking to. Like, hey man, you was my manager. Why you ain't managing to pay me my money? That's what we need to be. So that's where we are with Black Rob right now. I think he just came home. and he's recovering. He's been released. He's staying with a friend's house, but he's still homeless, don't have a place of his own. And he's just trying to stay where he can till he can get himself together and get himself, some help because, he's a bit messed up. They still haven't mentioned that he has COVID or anything yet. But only thing that's really official is that he's had multiple heart attacks or strokes. So that's it, man. Like what you heard or like the videos, you can support it. You can go on the Patreon. We got stuff going on over there that you think you want to probably check out. And that's it, man. I'm out the door. God bless.